My name is Brooke Shannon. Today I will be interviewing a Pearl Harbor survivor. His name is Bill Spear. Now, Bill Spear, hello. How is your day going?
Yeah, it could be better.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So, do you remember that day?
Well, it's been a long time. There are a lot of things you try to forget, but some you just can't seem to forget.
What were you doing before you started hearing, the bombs?
Well, I was taking a nice warm shower, and that's when I heard the first attack.
That is very, very, an everyday thing that you do, and it's very, very weird.
Pretty traumatizing.
Yeah. So, what were you wearing when you, got out of the shower?
Well, all I had on was my shivvies.
Yes? What?
All I had on was my shivvies, and that's what I wore all whole day.
No armor? No, nothing like that?
Nothing.
Very, very, very scary. And, what did you see when you went outside?
The planes, they were coming over the warehouse and heading toward the battleships. The one jacket came over and dropped his bomb on the deck beside us. Then he crashed into the hospital.
I don't know what to say about that, but, cool. What did you guys have for your weapons?
All we had to protect ourselves were 50 caliber guns.
Whoa.
Machine guns.
What did you guys, do when you realized that you guys were being attacked?
Well, general quarters were sounded on the ship, and Spear and the shipmates ran to their battle stations, which for him was alongside the Honolulu's executive officer relaying orders over the ship's communication system. When the alarm was sounded, the ship's captain came out of his quarters and began shouting at the crew. Spear said, "Who sounded general quarters? There's none scheduled," Spear said. I said, "One of the crew members answered the captain by pointing at the sky filled with enemy planes." That's what I was doing.
Interesting. Okay. Does Pearl Harbor still have an impact on you?
It's a memory that 71 years later, I have not been able to shake off.
Man, you were very old. What did you see?
When you see bodies and pieces of bodies floating in the water, well, you try to forget.
Must be so hard. What did you end up doing after Pearl Harbor?
Well, you see, I ended up moving to Long Beach and working for the U.S. Postal Service for many years before retiring. I then moved my wife and I to Hawaii and volunteered at the memorial's first-hand accounts of the Pearl Harbor attack.
Oh. Did you enjoy being in the Navy?
I have enjoyed my life. I enjoyed the time in the Navy.
This is all we have for today. Thank you for listening.
About to interview her. Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing splendid.
Right, my first question for you is, did you know all along that John was admitting adultery?
Well, I had an idea that he was fooling around with a younger girl, but I never, did anything about it because, I was married to him. And I had the idea after, every night he'd be, gone late, and, I'd feel, this cold breeze next to me.
Did you still love John after he did this to you?
Well, of course, I'm married to him, and I've been through so much, so obviously I will love him forever, but it just won't be the same.
Now, did you lie in court about your husband's affair to save his name?
I didn't technically lie to save his name. I did to save myself.
And how could you allow your husband to be hung when you have your own children?
It was not my choice to have him hung. It was his decision for him to hang himself to have our family's name saved.
And if you could save your husband by condemning yourself, would you?
Yes.
And would you ever consider hanging yourself after giving birth?
of it many times, but having kids and not having their father already would be really hard. So them not having a mother or a father would just be horrible.
Now, what are your plans for your life after all this?
I have the plan to find someone new that will treat me just as well as Proctor did, and hopefully to have my kids grow up and carry the name that we have.
Now that Abigail ran away, what are your true feelings about her?
Well, in the Puritan religion, she's a part of the elect, so obviously I cannot talk bad about her, but I'm kind of happy she ran away because she just caused many problems and issues with the village.
And did you ever believe that there were real witches in Salem?
That is a very hard question to answer. Well, after Proctor got the information from Abigail that they were all just like playing around and it wasn't true, I do not believe in witchcraft at the moment.
All right. And for your last question, did you ever think that it was fair of the court to listen to these minors and these girls instead of you or adults?
Well, since they were a part of the elect family and just like they're part of the higher power, so obviously, yes, it was fair at some extent, but they should have been able to listen to everyone's story and what they had to say and not take everything that the girls said.
All right. Thank you, Goody Proctor. That is it.
Thank you.